Hey guys, it's been a while. A lot has gone down with Foodie Beauty. I just wanted to share this verse with you, Quran 4:34, which says that husbands are allowed to hit their wives. And here's the actual translation. It says the men are protectors of the women because Allah has bestowed upon some of them over others, and because they spend from their wealth, so the righteous woman is obedient, guarding in the unseen that which orders them by Allah, and those from whom you fear their ill conduct, then advise them, and then forsake them in the bed, and then finally strike them. Then if they obey you, then do not seek against them away. Indeed, Allah is most high, most great. And it basically says that husbands can discipline their wives and talks about striking them. And there is a problem with honor killing in the Islamic faith, which is not a race. You can't be racist against Islam. It's a religion. And here's the other verse that I wanted to share with you, which talks about killing the unbelievers. He says, when you meet those who disbelieve, strike their necks. And basically, they will add stuff that's not actually in there, like in battle. Well, it doesn't say in battle. Anything in parentheses is added and is an interpretation. And basically, when you hear about all these terrorist attacks where people are hit in the neck, stabbed in the neck, it's from this verse because it directs them to do that. And there are other verses that say, hurt the Christians and Jews, and, seek the Jews wherever you may find them if they're hiding behind a tree. There's a lot of other weird ones. And basically it says, you're going to be rewarded in paradise if you kill people, essentially. And this is one of the arguments that I have, that this is not the Christian God. This is not the Hebrew God. Which, yes, in the Old Testament, the Hebrew God was judgmental and he's just and righteous. But in the New Testament, we're called to love. And the teachings of the New Testament and Christianity are, the whole point is that Jesus paid for our sins and that we can be forgiven. And that's not the same with this God. That Allah is a very different God, and he rewards murderers and rapists. And he rewards people that kill on his behalf. And anyway, and this is about disbelieving and the disbelievers and punishment and there's a lot of verses that I can show you in the future. And I think it's a mistake for Foodie Beauty to move to Kuwait. I think she's going to be miserable, and I think she's having an identity crisis right now because she's seeking God, but she's seeking him in the wrong place. And my personal belief is that she opened the door to a lot of demonic things from the Ouija board. And as I recall, she met Salah right around that time, right after she opened the Ouija board. And I believe that his assignment is from the enemy in her life, and he's basically married now to her, or whatever is going on with them. They're together. And I don't think that I don't know what his intentions are, but I do know that the Quran and the Hadiths teach that a man can lie to his wife, he can lie to his friends, and he can lie in battle, and it's obligatory. And I know that it teaches that women are deficient. This is another verse. They're deficient in religion and they're deficient in intelligence. And the testimony of 2 women equals that of one of a man. These are verses from the Quran that have citations, and the Hadiths. And I just think that it's a very different culture, and I don't think that Foodie Beauty was happy when she was in Kuwait at all. And I think part of it is that she is oppressed, and that she's going under this oppression, and she's now enslaved to it because she's married to this guy, and she can't get away from it. It's going to be worse, and I think it's going to destroy her career. I actually think that she's not going to be able to maintain followers, and I think that it's going to be a problem for her in the future. And I think that eventually she's going to want freedom from this once she realizes that she's wearing polyester from head to toe in 106-degree temperatures in Kuwait, and she can't leave the house. And if she ever wises up to the kind of oppression that it actually is, and it's not mild temperatures like Canada, and that she's going to be under strict rules. And I can totally understand, because I feel like, a lot of Western men are not masculine. I can understand why she's attracted to the very like authoritarian, ultra conservative rules of Islam, and I can totally understand why she wants that structure, but she's willingly enslaving herself. And basically, she doesn't know enough about the religion even to say the Shahada. And if she did know anything about it, she would not have joined up for it, because she doesn't know what she's signing up for. She's ignorant, which I think is like a really dangerous place to be, because she wants to be with this guy who has all the things that she thinks are attractive, but that's not what a marriage is going to be built on. He's allowed to marry four wives. She doesn't have to have permission from her.